So, Wagwan Douglish.
Hey, Wagwan G.
How are you doing, bro?
Salam.
Yeah, welcome to Syokimaufm.Africa, bro. I'm so glad to have you here.
Pleasure.
So for the people out here, Douglish, who is Douglish?
So Douglish is my name amongst my friends. As a Liverpool fan, Kenyan Douglish, my name is Douglas, so I just tracked. But my actual name is Douglas Kizwamboko. I am a photographer, videographer, so generally creative. What I did in school is IT. That's what I consider my first love, what I actually want to do. But as you all know, Kenye ulisomea na Kenye unafanya sometimes don't track.
Yeah.
But I actually want to go back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so photographer, videographer, that's what I do. You can tell from my branding.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Slow down, boy. Slow down. Yo, so Douglish. So what made you come up to the stage at StandUp Collective?
So for me, being a photographer and videographer, I have a friend. His name is John Ribeer. Currently, we have companies together, but he was to tell the story from the start. I saw him doing some TikToks or short videos about his comedy, and I held a team, and I wanted to build up my videography skill. So I asked him whether we can do a partnership, so I can record some of his sets to make it higher quality or looking way better, just to practice my skill. And that's how I ended up in the world of stand-up comedy or comedy as a whole in Kenya.
Yeah.
And that's English,
Yeah.
English comedy.
Yeah. So how is as far as you've seen the stand-up comedy collective, yeah? How has it been? How have you seen it grow from the eyes of a fan? And also now from the eyes of a performer.
So the first time I engaged with Ribeer, because I'll keep mentioning Ribeer because that's my gateway or entry to the comedy world. So I did we did some skits with him, and then he was doing stand-up himself. He still does it. But then he asked me to go and record some of his sets. I recorded like 2 or 3. Now this is now for me as a fan and at the same time as someone who's working in the industry. So the more you see it, you get to the point where you're like, that's interesting. You hear a joke, you're like, I would want to do that joke better. Not saying I'm better than them, but just you have a different angle.
Yeah.
You didn't have the original idea, but you're like, we could have made it slightly better.
Yeah.
So from 2019 to now 2024, I kept having this urge I really want to try, but then another thing you don't know how good it's gonna be or anything, but then at some point everything has to come to a head, and you can't keep talking about it. At some point you just do, as Nike said, you gotta just do it.
Yeah.
So today I decided to just do it.
So today you were on stage, Douglish?
Yes, today I was on stage.
So how was it as a first-time performer in the comedy scene?
So as the other comics are going up and you just see your number coming closer and closer, you get nervous, you get jittery. I took some shots, but then the thing is about being nervous, at least for me, the more the moment is coming up, the less the booze can do for you.
Yeah.
So basically you're drinking, yes, but you just remain sober. So when my name was called, it gets to the point where when the rubber hits the road, it's either you're gonna pony up or you're gonna bounce. And for me, it's one of those things for me. If it's time to do it, it's time to do it. There's no escape, there's no help. So do it bad, but the whole point is just do it. And then you go and you meet yourself again and then try it again. My experience on stage for the first 30 seconds was terrifying, because now you have lights in your face, you can't see everyone clearly. But then I chose doing it. All I had was 5 points to talk about, and I decided instead of trying to do a gimmick, just be who you are. And I'm honestly very grateful that what I did, the crowd responded to. And it was fun. and I'm glad that the crowd also.
As somebody who watched you also, I think that was amazing. Yeah, big heart, big balls to the wall, man.
Balls to the wall.
So, what can you say is how can you see the future? What is the future in store for this stand-up collective?
So for me personally, I did this for 2 reasons. I've talked about too much to my friends about doing stand-up.
Yeah.
So when you have your friends, you guys you're kicking the breeze, making jokes.
Yeah.
Everything is fun.
Yeah.
And then you always there, you make your friends laugh. You're like, I wonder whether I can make random strangers laugh by just telling stories. I went to read for a while, so I'm glad that finally actually got the balls to do it.
Yeah.
And after I did it, I'm like, yeah, that's dope. The second reason I did it was in my other, not life, but my other career as a photographer, videographer.
Yeah.
I was getting this block about being terrified about doing some things and reaching out to clients and stuff. So I used this particular scenario, or this particular comedy scene, as a way for me to overcome something that I thought was the most fearful. This way, even when I'm going to do these other things that I actually work on and I'm a professional at,
Yeah.
it will not be that big of a mountain.
Yeah.
So I did the most scariest thing in my head, so I can do these other things easily.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason why I chose to do stand-up today to overcome a fear.
So what can you say is the future for Douglish in stand-up comedy? Will you come and do it again?
Yes, best believe
Uh-huh.
we'll do this again and again.
So, any words for people out there in the world? Why should they listen to Douglish? Why should they come for your show?
Honestly, if you want to do come, I will. I am not a Dave Chappelle. I am not what's the midget's name? I'm not Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I am not that hilarious.
Yeah.
But what I can guarantee is I'll be who I am, see what's on my mind, and I'll just try to make it as entertaining for you as I possibly can.
So, thank you so much, Douglish, for your time, Maze. Yeah, big up so much, and thank you for coming through for Syokimaufm.Africa.
Cheers, my pleasure.